Hello, Bruin fans. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. This is week 4 of the IHSAA football season. Tonight's game will feature the Blackford Bruins hosting the Elwood Panthers. Both teams tonight come in with a record of 1-2. Elwood picked up a win in week 1 against Southern Wells. And the Bruins won at Fremont in week 2. Last year, these two teams met on the campus of Indiana Wesleyan.
All right. Pardon the interruption. Please feel like it's time the Bruin marching band on against Elwood with playing their school song.
Blackford Band is on the field. They're going to play the Elwood Fight Song. Tonight, they'll be playing their state fair performance at halftime. We'll listen in as they play the Elwood Fight Song.
Okay, Bruin fans playing. Please stand and sing along to the Blackford Fight Song. At this time, ESPN direct your attention to the southeast corner of the track as the Blackford JROTC presents the callers. Members of JROTC tonight are Hannah Jernigan, Aubrey Shockley, Nathan Bartram, Isabel Phillips, Brianna Hall, called by Adriana Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, before the anthem tonight, we're going to have a moment of silence for longtime educator and coach here at Blackford, Mike Richardson, who passed away earlier this week. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if able, please rise as the Bruin Pride Marching Band, directed by Matt Carlisle, performs our national anthem.
Bruin fans, if you're just joining us, that was the Bruin Pride Marching Band, directed by Matt Carlisle. And here come the Bruins out onto the field. Bruins are looking for their second win of the season to go 2-2, start off 1-1 in the conference. This is week 4 of the IHSAA football season. The Bruins are hosting Elwood tonight. For the game there, we had a moment of silence for Coach Mike Richardson. Mike Richardson coached in the 80s and 90s. He was my football coach in high school, one of my 2 coaches that I had. Just realized that he had passed away. I'm glad to see the program honoring him this evening. The Elwood Panthers tonight are coached by Sam Morellis. Coach Morellis is in his first year as a head coach. Not just with Elwood, but first year as a head coach. Coach Morellis has been a high school football official for the past several years. A lot of times with new coach comes a little new energy. And Elwood was able to get a win in their first game of the season. Since then has dropped 2 straight. Their first win came against Southern Wells. Tonight's game should be a close one. Computer rankings have Blackford as a small favorite to win. If this game is close throughout, it'll be interesting to see how Coach Morellis handles managing a game. Their first win, his first win, he started off his career 1-0, was against Southern Wells, and that game was not close, so there probably weren't too many pivotal moments in that one. Last year, these 2 teams matched up in week 5. That game was played on the campus of Indiana Wesleyan University. That was a 22-12 win by Elwood, their only win of the season. In that game, I'm sure the Bruins, was a game the Bruins would have loved to have had back. It's a game they felt like they could win, but a couple players were out with energy, a couple key players, and then a couple turnovers early, along with some penalties, really led to that Elwood victory. Blackford tonight may be a little shorthanded. Last week, they finished the game with 4 Bruins, all starters, some of them 2-way players, all on the bench with injuries. Not sure whether they'll all be back. I've heard that a couple of them may be back tonight, which makes Blackford's chances a lot better. Fortunately, last week, Bruins had added a couple players this season. One who didn't play last year, Gage Dow, and one freshman, Kamari Taylor, who were able to fill a couple of those spots in the backfield and did a very nice job. So one of the questions tonight, if the Bruins are short on running backs, instead of going with that 3-back T formation, will they go to the shotgun formation? We've seen a little bit of the shotgun from the Bruins this year, but they've mostly stayed in the T formation.
speaking of the shotgun there, Scott, Blackford's attempted 12 passes so far this season, 6 by Nick Eli and 6 by Morgan Randall, completed 2, so not been their best offense, but they have managed to get 56 yards out of that.
Yeah, so Nick's thrown 6 of those passes, and Morgan has thrown the others. But the biggest play, as far as passing goes for the Bruins, it may have been the longest play from scrimmage, was a passing play from Morgan to Nick. When Nick's not playing quarterback, he's a tight end, and that was a big play in that Fremont game that set up the first touchdown of the game. So the keys to the game tonight, first of all, will be the injuries. Can the Bruins get their players back to healthy and stay healthy? Secondly, turnovers. The Bruins have been fortunate this year. Last year, turnovers did not go their way all season. This year, they actually have a 6-2 advantage. They've had 3 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries. They've lost only 1 interception and 1 fumble. Elwood's going to be kicking off from right to left on your monitor. That's from the north end of the field to the south end of the field. Tonight it's a very nice, warm evening for football. There's almost no wind. The flagpole is just hanging. Very different from last week where there was a strong wind out of the north. It's Gage Dow back to receive the kick. He's out across the 30, and he's got a little bit of a gap in the middle and out close to the 40. So the Bruins will take over at the 38-yard line. And we'll see who's in the game here tonight for the Bruins. It looks like Carter Klaus is out there. He was a player who I don't think played at all in the second half. He might have gotten hurt early in the second half. But Carter's out there, number 88. He's a player to watch for sure. Gage Dow will also be in the backfield, along with Brady Bannister. Brady Bannister is another player. We just talked about it. They are going in the shotgun. I believe that's Brady Bannister in the backfield. And they go to Brady, off to the right. Brady's leading the Bruins this year in carries.
On the tackle for the Panthers, number 10, Agos.
Brady's carried it more than any other Bruin so far this year and well above the total number of carries he had last year. Carter Klaus, we mentioned, is on this end of the line, number 88. Morgan Randall's in a quarterback. They go to Brady again. That's more positive yardage. It's going to bring up a very manageable play on 3rd down.
On the attack for the Panthers, number 75,
Bruins will have 3rd and 4 at the just inside the 39-yard line. Again, they're in the shotgun formation. They go to Bannister again, and that's going to be very close to a first down.
So close.
Looking at the line judge on the opposite side, it looks like they're going to have it.
No, they're moving the chains.
Yep, they're moving the chains. So that's first down. It's great to hear the fans chanting first down on that.
So, hey, I can do the math here on Brady Bannister's yards per carry. I believe that would be 3 carries for 3.3 yards.
And 10 total yards. Yep, that's if we can just get 10 yards on every possession.
Be very efficient.
Be very efficient, wouldn't it? Center Sean Cronin is up to snap the ball. It's a pretty big difference as a center. Go to Bannister again. That one is, I think he does get bumped forward for about a yard. Sean Cronin, we mentioned, is the center. It's a big difference to go from snapping, direct snaps to the quarterback to snapping into the shotgun. So far, so good for the Bruins. It's about a gain of 1 there. Bring up 2nd and 9. This time Carter Klaus is on the left side of the line. Go to Bannister again. There's a big gap. That's going to be a first down and more. Bannister's going. And he's down to the 2-yard line.
Great stiff arm there by Bannister as he got around the left end of the line.
Well, if my math is correct, that was a 50-yard carry for Bannister. So obviously Coach Seahigh saw something he liked there. Kept going to Bannister, picking up enough yards to keep going, and then they broke the big one. Again, out of the shotgun. We'll see if they do something other than give it to Bannister this time. Oh, no, that's...
I think
that's going to
Elwood
be...
fell on that.
Yep.
Fumble on the play. Elwood recovers.
So I'm not sure if that was supposed to go to Bannister. I'm sure the Bruins are having flashbacks to last year. Last year at Indiana Wesleyan, the Bruins drove down the field. They didn't get quite to the 2-yard line. I think they were around the 30 when they fumbled on the first possession. Here's the replay of that. I think on the handoff, whether he was supposed to hand off or not, I'm not sure, but the ball kind of pops up in the air, I think you'll see.
Now it looks like we don't have it for some reason.
The replay may have frozen there. So now Elwood will take over about the 6-yard line. You guys can correct me. Were we at the 2 there or were we at the 7? I think we had gotten down to the 2. It was a 2. Okay, thank you. Bruins are in defensively now. Penalty against Elwood. That'll move them back a little bit.
All right, let's try this replay one more time.
Here's the replay of the fumble. Maybe. We're hoping. The crew's working on it. The crew back in the van doing their magic. Right there, it pops off. It looks like it was on Brady's hip. Maybe one of those where Morgan supposed to pull that back and just didn't get it quite back fast enough. So handoff to the Elwood around the right side. The Bruins almost have him back in the end zone. It's really close. They did get forward progress. Elwood's going to get out of the end zone there.
It's going to be about the 1.
Carries the ball for the Panthers. Number 22, Nicholas Eli on a tackle for the Bruins.
So between the penalty and the tackle for loss there by Nick Eli, Elwood's backed up to the 1-yard line. Still just second down, though. They need to get out to the 16 for a first down. So 2nd and 15 from the 1. Bruins show blitz. Eli Long and Daniel Ludwig up there, and that's a short gain, not back to the original line of scrimmage.
The ball for the Panthers,
that tackle may have been number 20, Gage Dow. So like we were saying last year, these two teams met at Indiana Wesleyan. The Bruins looked really good to start the game, but then had a fumble as they marched down. Didn't look like Elwood would be able to stop them, and that kind of derailed the Bruins for the rest of the game. Which led to an eventual 22-12 win by Elwood. Elwood's going to go around the right end this time, the far end of the field. There's some nice blocking out there, and I think they're going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, it looks like Mullins picked up about 11 yards there on the pitch.
Number 4, Jake Mullins on the carry for the Panthers.
Oh, they were short. They were short. He may have stepped out, so that's going to be 4th down. That's great for the Bruins.
That was a big call.
Because right here,
not see that.
It's 4th and short. You'd think about going for it in some positions, but I don't think they will.
I think they will.
Actually, they're lining up to do it. So this is one of those we talked about, Seth, Coach Morales.
Oh!
And what he might do in these situations. He has not been a head coach before this year. And that's going to be a first down. Whether it's going to be a first down for Blackford or a first down for Elwood, looks like it's a first down for Blackford, for Elwood. Sorry.
Scott, I believe they ran the tush push.
That's a very aggressive play call on your 14-yard line. But they've also got confidence in their men up front and their athleticism. And they got it. You're right. That was just I think he went over the left guard there. Got a push from the backfield. Classic tush push from the Notre Dame USC game. Boy, those look close to being holds around the end. That run was by number 20.
Number 20, Dice Jones.
For about 11 yards and another first down.
Tackle made by the Bruins, number 15, Morgan Randall.
No, I guess that wasn't a first down. That was only out to the 25-yard line, so it's going to be second and short. Elwood a lot of times has been more athletic than they have been strong, and so running around the ends, getting players into space. That's what they did last year. That's probably what they'll look to do this year as well. It's a fake and then a handoff. Oh, and they almost had him in the backfield. There's a flag. Carter Klaus was all over him, had him fairly well wrapped up. That's going to be a hold against Elwood. That's going to move them back. Didn't see the hold. I think it was on the right side of the line. Carter Klaus came through, and then I think they were holding a player on the left side of the defensive line. So that's going to move them back to about, they're on the 15. Now it's going to be second and 11. Taking their time here. Play clock's down to 10. I think they're going to be able to get it off, although it's at 4 seconds right now. 3, 2, and they got it off. Oh, there's a fake to go around the end. Came back up the middle. I think that was designed by the size of the hole that was there. Tackled by Brady Bannister. It's going to bring up third down. So third and long here. We had technical difficulty there. There's about 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter still. We're going out of the shotgun. Number 4 takes it around the right end again. Daniel Ludwig's out there, almost got him. Then Gage Dow finally pushed out of bounds.
It's Jaden Mullins again around the right side. I think he did get the first down this time. Didn't step out of bounds early.
That was first down.
I think he was pushed out by Carson Hillman there. A few Bruins kind of collectively pushed him a little bit and finally got him out of bounds.
It's both teams with a couple of opportunities running the shotgun formation, but neither one really interested in throwing the ball at this point.
Yeah, they seem to be going out of the shotgun simply to spread the defense out, make holes. Worked out well for the Bruins. Again, the Bruins, if you tuned in a little late, the Bruins took the opening kickoff, marched right down, had a big 50-yard run from Brady Bannister down to the 2-yard line, but then fumbled, and Elwood took over at 6.
Yeah, they just about ruined one of your prediction questions that we were not going to discuss at some point.
Carter Klaus had him. Carter Klaus set it up. And a couple other guys, Brady Bannister, and number 81, Gavin Orlando came in to clean that one up. Nice tackle for loss there. I think Carter Klaus was all over it, stopped the progression, and then Brady Bannister and Gavin Orlando came in and cleaned up the play. That'll bring up second and 15. Yeah, one of our pregame predictions, we didn't have time to get to it in the pregame. It was, would the Bruins score in the first half? The Bruins have scored 18 points this year, but haven't gotten in the end zone in the first half. I chose yes on that. I believe we will still score, but we were real close, missed an opportunity. That's another carry from Mullins. No gain on that one.
Carrying the ball for the Panthers, number 4, Mullins.
Take a quick poll of our staff here. Our 4-man crew. Give me a thumbs up if you think the Bruins are going to score here in the first half.
let's start with your first question.
Oh, sorry. First question here. Yeah, around the conference, we've got several games going on. One of those is going to be Frankton and Mississinawa. Mississinawa has won 3 games this year, 35-0, 35-0, and 35-0. So they've pitched 3 shutouts, and they'll be hosting, I believe, Frankton tonight. So there's a fumble on the play and a flag. I believe that's going to be the weird play, the offsides, illegal procedure on the center.
False start called on Elwood.
I think that call may have been a little premature. Maybe should have been a fumble. So anyway, Frankton and against Mississinawa. Frankton's put up a lot of points, but Mississinawa, definitely the class of the CIC, has had 3 shutouts. So let's see what our staff thinks. Will Frankton be able to score tonight against Mississinawa, breaking Mississinawa's shutout streak?
I say yes.
I say yes. Or I say no. Frankton will not score. Oh, there's an incomplete pass. There's the first pass of the night. I say Frankton will not score. Mississinawa will get it. Matt says they will hold the shutout. No, you said they would score.
I said they would score. They would score. No shutout.
What's Keith say? Keith says yes. They'll score. Jared, what do you think? Yes or no? Jared's going with no. Oh, there's another offside or illegal procedure penalty. That was the left guard, number 63 there. Seems to think it's everyone else's fault.
False start called on the Panthers.
It's going to move them back even further. So now it's 4th down and a nice 24 yards. Gage Dow's back to receive this punt. Gets away clean. Oh, no. And that one gets past Dow.
Hope he didn't touch
I don't think it touched him.
I don't think, whoa. He should not have fallen on it there, though.
No, if he had not touched it, that was a dangerous time to be jumping on it. But if he did touch it, and you never know. You know, sometimes you don't touch it, but you don't know what the officials are going to say. They don't necessarily have a great angle there. The Bruins are going to take over at the 39. Got around 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So the second question of the night is in the Eastbrook-Alexandria matchup. That's a matchup of 2 teams that have scored a lot of points this year. We'll get to it right after this play. And the Bruins back on offense in the shotgun. Caleb Klaus out wide to the left. Gage Dow moving to the right side. See if the Bruins come out and decide to pass. It's going to be to Brady Bannister again.
Oh, just tripped out.
If he hadn't gotten tripped there, he'd have had a chance to make a lot of yardage up there. So Alexandria hosting Eastbrook tonight. 2 teams that score a lot of points. Alexandria is 3-0. Question here, will they score more than 75 combined points? Every game that those 2 teams have played in this year, the winning team has had at least 35 points, with all but one game being 40 points.
No way. No way those 2 teams score over 75. That's 11 touchdowns. Not going to happen.
I say it's going to happen. You'll have to buy me ice cream if you're wrong.
I feel very, very hungry.
I didn't say I'd buy you ice cream. There goes again to Brady. Brady gets out there for the, it's going to be real close. I had a great view of it, and it looked like a first down to me. But it's going to depend on the spot. Oh, looks like that's it. Well, they're moving the chains. So the two officials disagree. The one on the far side waved the flags on. Well, maybe it's just my angle that's off. Sorry about that. They did move on. It's out to the 48. I thought the placement was a little behind that. That'll be another first down for the Bruins. I must have taken over on 38. I written down 39. Brady picks up maybe 2 yards on that play.
Ranger ball for the Bruins, number 28,
Brady Bannister. Number 42, Casey McCray on the tackle for the Panthers.
We're joined up in the press box here by my daughter Addison, who has graciously brought us some waters. It's a warm night out here, but it's going to cool off. The wind has picked up a little bit. 2nd and 8. Surprise, surprise, they go to Bannister again, and that's another big gain and a first down.
Take the ball for the Bruins, number 28, Brady Bannister, into Blackford.
Bannister gets out to the 35 that time. We're down to the 35. Sorry, we're going the other way. We're across midfield. So he's down to the 35, actually inside the 35. We're at the 34. There's a carry of 16 yards. There to Bannister again. Oh, he gets hit hard that time.
Big hit.
That was a hard hit. Popped the helmet off.
Tackle made by
Panthers, number 13,
Bracken.
Bracken Jetty, number 13, made that tackle.
All right, Scott, let's move to your third question
I
here.
thought that almost looked like a targeting play there. Shoulder pad right into the helmet. Third question of the night. So Oak Hill's going to host Madison Grant. We saw Madison Grant last week, and they were very impressive. So the question is, can Madison Grant win the game, or can Oak Hill keep from getting beat by more than 10 points by Madison Grant? I say no. I think the Argyles are going to run that score up.
I will say Oak Hill keeps it close.
Okay.
I think Oak Hill can hang in there. Madison Grant definitely scored a lot of points on Blackford last week, but I don't think they do it again this week.
I think they're going to have a ton of rushing yards, and they'll win by over 2 touchdowns. So with Bannister out, the handoff there goes to young Kamari Taylor, freshman number 3.
Number 3, Kamari Taylor on the carry for the Bruins.
And that's going to be a lost. I think that's the first play the Bruins have lost yardage on. It's going to bring it out to the 38 or 39. Looks like the 38. So every handoff so far had gone to Brady Bannister. That last hit, he came off the field.
Yeah, it looks like Blackford's going to go ahead and run the quarter out here with 29 on the play clock and only 15 here in the first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, it looks like the score is going to be 0-0. My prediction of the Bruins scoring the first half, I still feel good about it, but it's not going to happen in the first quarter.
So yes, that was your fourth prediction for us to choose from here. Will Blackford score in the first half? And you said absolutely. I agree with you, absolutely. It's a little easier to say now that we've seen them kind of dominating really on offense. With the rushing attack from Blackford's been doing very well.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me doubt it a little bit is the fact that Bannister had to come out of the game. I think a lot of his runs, though, Brady did a nice job, but they were also set up well by the blocking. I mean, he had a few good holes to run through.
All right, quickly, Scott, let's recap you and I here. What were our selections here?
So the first prediction was,
would Franklin score against Mississippi?
Yep.
You said no, and I said yes.
Correct. Second prediction.
Would Eastbrook and Alexandria combine for 75 points? You said yes. I said no way.
You said heck no.
I said heck no. We'll double down on that one.
Did you get Keith and Jared's responses on there? I know on the first question, Jared said no. The third question, will Oak Hill stay within 10 points of Madison Grant? I said
yes,
no,
and
you said yes.
Did we disagree on every single one except the last one?
Except the last one, except the Bruins scoring in the first half. We both still have confidence in that.
All right.
Sun's getting low.
But the ice cream bet is on the 75 points, right?
Yes.
All right.
No, that wasn't an ice cream bet. That was because of your gusto and how strongly you felt about that, if they do score over 75, you have to give me ice cream. Buy me ice cream. But I don't have to pay up if I'm wrong. Bruins are going to pass here, and that is complete, I think, to Nick Eli. The official's saying it's not. Nick Eli disagrees. Felt like his hands were underneath it.
I'm pretty sure because of my conviction in that one, you actually wouldn't have to give me 2 ice cream cones.
I think that's how that works. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Bruins.
Brings up 4th down.
In ice cream currency, does 2 ice cream cones equal 1 McFlurry?
At McDonald's, yes.
As you said, Scott, it's getting very nice out here now at Blackford High School as the sun starts to set behind the trees of the Blackford Cross Country course. Blackford Cross Country will be hosting the Blackford Invitational, the 34th Blackford Invitational, early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Bruins are lining up for 4th down here. It will be a nice morning for cross country.
And we'll also be streaming that, so if you're not able to come and you want to check it out or check it out later.
Bruins throwing on 4th down, and that one's intercepted. Bruins will look to try to get him down. There's a penalty there. I'm guessing that's going to be a hold on the return.
It's intercepted by number 12, Nathan Bixby, the Panthers. Flag on the play.
That interception really, it's kind of like a punt. You know, it's 4th down, 4th and long. You're going to throw the ball down there. Hope you can get a first down. So that one's not quite as devastating as the one earlier. Here you'll see he gets his feet set. The ball just, I think, floated on him a little bit. Not sure which receiver he was going for on that. There was a hold there, so that'll negate the return. And it will be
actually a very good punt.
Yeah, it's similar to what a punt would have been there, depending on the return. I guess they're gonna place it at the 31.
I'm starting to feel a little less comfortable about my pick that we would score in the first half. Certainly, I still think we will, but that turnover definitely hurts.
Yeah, and especially with the clock's been moving quickly. There haven't been a lot of possessions. This is only Elwood's second possession of the game.
Timeout, Elwood.
Coach Morales wants to talk it over. They're going to start on their 31-yard line. I think Bannister was closing in on 100 yards for the game. He had that big 50-yard run. He'd had about 12 yards before that. So I think he had about 62 yards on the first possession of the game. He had a couple nice runs on the second possession of the game. Bannister is on the sideline. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in there. He had done a nice job offensively and defensively. Losing a player like that really hurts you. Especially, last week Bannister was out, Carter Klaus was out. Both guys who play on both sides of the field. Tyler Jordan's not going to be on the field tonight due to injury. He had 2 interceptions up at the Fremont game. Helped steal that one. Those were real second half interceptions. Oh, there's a fumble. It looked like maybe Elwood was trying to go for a hard snap to get Blackford to jump offside. That came right after a timeout. Morales may have seen something that he thought Blackford was trying to jump, and so he called that timeout, wanted to go for a hard count.
Both teams having a little bit of difficulty just handling snaps tonight.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about that, the difficulty going from the direct snap to the shotgun. And that was another one that was a direct snap that was dropped. Because both teams have done both. Well, actually, Blackford, I don't know, they've gone direct snap most of the year, but have been exclusively shotgun tonight, I believe. There's a penalty. Yep, that's number 63 again, the left guard.
The receiver on the right side, 42. That's
okay, I didn't see that.
That's Casey McRae. He was signaling. I don't know if he was calling for the ball there, but he was definitely tapping his helmet, getting the quarterback's attention. I don't know if he got the attention. I thought, oh, I'm going to get this one, and then took off just a little early. He got pretty excited.
Well, the left guard jumped on that also, so I don't know. 2 guys, and you see that sometimes where 2 guys on the same side of the line will jump, or and he also may have jumped. He may have been going on motion and saw the guard jump, and so when you see that motion, you're ready for the ball to snap. That one gets off clean. It's a short gain for Elwood.
Mullins again for a couple of yards.
Number 4, Mullins on the carry
for the Panthers.
Back
So after those penalties, they had moved back to about the 24-yard line. So now with that short gain, it's going to be 3rd and 17. The Bruins really need to get a stop here. You know, Coach Morales has shown that he's willing to go for it if they get close. So I think the Bruins really want to keep it at 4th and 8 or 9. Give up a few yards, that's not too bad, but if they get up close to that line of scrimmage, or sorry, the yard to mark to go. There's a fake handoff.
Quarterback keeper.
There's nice. Nice tackle. They didn't buy on that one.
Number 6, Jay Free, ball for the Panthers on quarterback.
I think that was Jay Bannister and Carter Klaus in on that tackle. Jay's number 51. Carter's 88.
88. Tackle Bruins.
It's Caleb Klaus is 45 on this side. Morgan Randall's 15 out to cover on the edge on the other side. Gage Dow's dropping back to receive the punt. Only rushing 3. Gonna let that one fall and roll. It rolls back for the Bruins a little bit.
So that'll be decent field position for Blackford. Here with just around 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
From what we've seen, Matt, of the Bruins this year, I would think 9 minutes to go with the way we run the ball and the way we've been able to run the ball against Fremont and now Elwood. I think this is just about the right amount of time to go down and score with just a couple minutes to go and not leave Elwood much time.
Well, you feel like almost at any time Bannister's going to break one here. I think we're wearing the Elwood line down.
It does look like Brady is back in. And that was the case in the first half, too. I think it was about the 5th play of the game. Most had gone for 1 to 5 yards, and then the 5th play of the game, he broke the big 50-yard run. And there, they all bit on Bannister, and that one was to Carter Klaus. He runs a long way and picks up about 6 yards. It's not going to be a first down. That's Carter Klaus. Carter wasn't able to play in the second half last week. Neither was Bannister, so and I think that just goes to show the only 2 out of 3 guys who have gotten carries tonight were both out in the second half. And I'm not even sure how early it was. I think they played through the first quarter last week, and most of the second. But when you lose 2 guys who are that big a part of the offense, it really makes it difficult. Elwood blitzed on that one. Number 15. Tripped up Bannister.
On the tackle for the Panthers.
And the lineman for the Bruins, center, number 75, Sean Cronin. Right guard is Jay Bannister, number 51. Left guard, Daniel Ludwig, number 55. Right tackle, Colton Fisher. Didn't play last year. He's a good addition to the team, number 56. And the left tackle, number 77, Thomas Bowling. 300-pound senior. Got a lot of size to run behind up there. Good Bannister again, and that's a first down.
There we go. I don't think we're going to put that ball in the air for a little while.
No. Now we're across the 50 into Elwood territory.
On the tackle for the Panthers, number 2, Simpson, also number 15, Rylan Mort.
Brady picked up about 7 yards there. Still in the shotgun formation. This one goes to Klaus. He's got some running space.
A lot of room out there.
That one, I think they took him out around the 29-yard line. That's going to be a first down. The Bruins are still moving the ball. I'll bring up a first down for the Bruins on the 34-yard line. That was a pickup of 15 for Klaus. He's got about 21 yards on this drive. Sun is getting low. Bannister got hit there. Got hit early there. Sun's low enough, we can take our sunglasses off here atop the press box. It'll be 2nd and 10. About 6 minutes to go here. Closing in on the 6-minute mark. First and second quarter. Gage Dow's in the slot. Caleb Klaus out here. And Carter Klaus goes into motion. That was a design run to the quarterback, Morgan Randall. It's going to be a procedure penalty, I believe. Yep, against the Bruins. And that must have been Klaus. Instead of going in motion there, I believe he just went early. Probably 5-yard loss with the penalty. Still 2nd down. Timeout by Coach Seahigh. Players will come over to the sideline, talk it over. Mentioned the lineman. Two we didn't mention. Number 81, Gavin Orlando, the left end, and number 22, Nick Eli, the right tight end. Nick Eli is a nice target for the quarterback this year when he hasn't been playing quarterback. In the first game against Jay County, Morgan Randall was out that game, so Nick Eli stepped up, played quarterback. He's usually tight end. Fremont game, he had the big 40-plus yard pass reception to set up the first touchdown of that game. 2nd and 15 here. I think they'll run it. If they decide to pass, I can see them going to Nick. The problem with Nick as that receiver out of the backfield is when he's the most targeted player, they're going to have someone on him. Elwood, I'm sure, knows his capability. Once he catches the ball, he's a nice big target, easy guy to pass to. He's got good hands, capable of a lot of yards afterward. He can run over people for sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way we throw the ball here.
Gavin Orlando is.
We can run it 3 times.
On the left side. Oh, there's a run to Bannister. Oh, I think he slipped.
Man.
Slipped on some grass there.
48, Brady Bannister on the carry for Blackford.
Speaking of the grass, Langdon Brothers Seed is an official sponsor of the Blackford Bruins and provides all of the grass seed for the beautiful baseball, softball, football fields, even the soccer field that's over at the youth soccer complex. Anytime Tony Eugen needs to patch some grass, calls up Gary Langdon over at Langdon Brothers Seeds and get it figured out. Tosses in motion there. And there, oh, it's to Klaus. That one bounced around. Number 42 for Elwood, Casey McCray, about came up with an interception there. So that one hit Carter's hands. So I was wrong on that. I thought maybe we'd go to Nick Eli, but that one was to Carter Klaus. Bobbled off his hands. Casey McCray about came up with it. And then Carter, sticking with the play, tried to keep his hands out there, able to grab it, but that one fell to the ground.
Well, 4th and 15 or so here. I don't know if there's a lot of value to punting.
No, I think they'll go for it here. Looks like coach is going to get a timeout. Second timeout of the half for the Bruins.
Timeout, Bruins.
All right, so I agree with going for it. There's not a whole lot to lose based on the field position, but what's your play call here for 4th and 15?
Well, you know, I like the way Nick Eli plays. I like his hands. I like his ability to get some extra yards. Now, he's not necessarily a guy who's, he had a 45-yard catch earlier this season, and a lot of that was the run after the catch. But I just like his assuredness, being able to catch the ball and get that extra 4 or 5 yards. We've seen him as a running back for the Bruins the last couple of years. So I think, if you could get it to him, if you got a play right now that you like, you've seen something that you think you can get Nick open, I like the idea of getting him the ball. The other thought might be to go with some sort of end-around play. A lot of talking by the Bruins out there on the field. But, Brady's gone up the middle before for big carries, so they may try Brady up the middle again.
Oh, no.
There's a pass. That's to Gavin Orlando.
We missed the block on the right end. We missed the block on the right end. And pressure was in on the quarterback. Awfully quick there.
Gavin Orlando, but Bruins turn the ball over on down.
Well, I'm not surprised it's a close game, but I am surprised that we've had no scoring so far in the first half.
Yep. It's going to be a lot more difficult for the Bruins to get the ball and score here.
Blackford still does have 2 timeouts left. 1 timeout left. Oh, okay. 2 timeouts left for Elwood.
This would be a nice time for a turnover, maybe a fumble by Elwood or a pick 6 by the Bruins.
He is going to throw it.
And that one was incomplete. Looked like he was going to come up with it, but he didn't. That pass catch on that 4th down play to Gavin Orlando was his first reception of the year, and it was a positive play. They did pick up 2 yards on that, but they weren't able to get the first down, obviously. So Elwood now is going to have 2nd and long. I think it might benefit the Bruins a little bit if Coach Morales thinks that they can get down and score here. He may try to save some clock going with the pass, because it might take them 5 minutes to get down there. And if they take their time, if they try to speed it up, not run off time, try to save time, that might actually benefit the Bruins if we can get the ball back. That might be a big run there. It's going to be a first down out to the 50-yard line for number 20.
Lays Jones.
Lays Jones.
On the carry for Elwood. First down for the Panthers.
Starting on 34, maybe. Elwood's out across the 50 to the 49. This is just Elwood's 3rd possession of the half. There's a nice tackle in the backfield. Brady Bannister got back there, and he wrapped up Jaden Mullins for a nice loss.
Number 4, Jaden Mullins on the carry for Elwood.
About 7-yard loss there.
Tackle for a loss by number 28, Brady Bannister of the Bruins.
So that's going to move him back into Elwood territory at the 44. There's a replay. Bannister took him down. He got back there quickly. Elwood's got 2nd and 17 from the 44. 2nd and 16 maybe. That's a short game, maybe a yard. They'll bring up 3rd down. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half.
Number 20, Lays Jones carried for the
3:49 to play.
False start.
Oh, so that was a false start. So that'll move the Elwood back, but it'll remain 2nd down. Missed the flag on that. I was checking out the monitor and missed that play totally. So around the league tonight, we've got 4 games going on. This one, obviously. We've got Frankton. Frankton hosting Mississinawa, 3-0 against 0-3. Question in that game seems to be, will Frankton score? I'll discuss that earlier in the game. Mississinawa's had 3 straight games where they've won 35-0. Frankton's put up 49, 13, and 35 points, so haven't gotten a score on that yet. Eastbrook is playing at Alexandria. Eastbrook's 1-2 with a tough schedule. Alexandria's 3-0 that has played a very weak schedule. That's the game we try to decide, will that game be over 75 total points? 75 is where we set the over-under. I picked over. Matt said that's ridiculous. That's crazy. It's definitely going to be under that.
Absolutely. We need to get some score updates here.
Oak Hill,
Get some for you at halftime.
Oak Hill's 2-1. They're going to be playing at Madison Grant, who's 3-0. Madison Grant's a favorite in that one. The question there was, will Madison Grant be able to win by more than 10 points? Hopefully we'll have that score by the time this game's over. Finals from around the league. They're going to throw there. He's well. Oh, that's the 44, the tight end, and the Bruins got him stopped just before the first down mark, but that's going to be a big pickup.
That is a big pickup, and had a lot of space there. Even on some of the incompletions they've had, the receivers have had a lot of open space. Let's make it 3rd and 1. I'm sure Elwood will go for it here both times.
Yeah, they're in 2-down territory for sure, based on what they've shown so far. And that's going to be close.
I think he's short.
I think with forward progress, I think he's going to be short. Yep. He got a yard. The Bruins need to keep them from getting another yard on this next play, however.
Number 4, Mullins on the carry for Elwood. 4th down.
So 4th and 1. See if the Bruins choose to blitz on this.
I think so. Keith wants to see a pass, but
gotta
I don't
be careful
think so.
of a trick play here. They're just going to run right up the middle. Yep, and they got it.
Wow. No tricks there.
You know, after seeing Coach Morales' confidence in their ability to pick up 1 yard, 1 or 2 yards, I think that that's probably the play they'll go to each time in that situation. If you missed it earlier, Blackford drove down the first possession. Big Brady Bannister run down to the 2-yard line, but then a fumble stopped that drive. Elwood came out, had a 4th down on about the 14-yard line and went for it.
Their own 14.
Yes, their own 14. The shadow of their end zone. Carter Klaus blitzing there. It's number 20. Somebody got a nice grab on him in there. I think that was Nick Eli that had him. He came in and hit that hole hard. Nick Eli got his arms around him.
Jones on the carry for Elwood.
Stopped his progress.
22, Nick Eli on the attack for the Bruins.
We're under 2 minutes now in the first half. Elwood does have 2 timeouts left, and now it says Blackford has 2 timeouts left.
I remember Coach Sehi calling timeout twice. I don't know why they would have given back one of those, unless maybe it was an injury. They considered it an injury timeout.
Going deep.
That looks like a possible interception. I think he just caught it out of bounds, though. He did come down with it. I believe that was number 12, Nathan Bixby. Bixby. It was kind of a jump ball. He did a nice job. The coverage was there. It was just a nice catch by the receiver. Fortunately for the Bruins, he was out of bounds, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. From the 35-yard line. And Elwood's in 4-down territory here. There's a flag in the backfield. I'm sure that's going to be a hold against Elwood.
Well, tonight is homecoming, so stick around at halftime, and we'll do our best to provide good pictures of the homecoming court and homecoming queen announcement.
Also, the Bruin Marching Band will be doing their halftime performance that they performed at the State Fair. New director Matt Carlisle leading the Bruins. Lewis Duddleston is the drum major for the Bruins this year. Lewis replacing Lucas Penrod from the last couple years. So Lewis takes over for Lucas as the student in charge of the band. The new band director is Matt Carlisle. And they'll be performing at halftime. We'll also have the crowning of the homecoming queen. There are several groups out here tailgating before the game, celebrating reunions. Included there was the class of 1994 with their 30th reunion. 1994, those guys are getting old. It went long again to Bixby again. That one out of bounds.
Fourth down.
Honestly, I think they may have just been hoping for a pass interference on that. Well covered by Gage Dow.
They are going to leave Blackford with a little bit of time. Well, now the scoreboard says Blackford has 4 timeouts. So
yeah, I don't think we've got 4 timeouts.
Or I might be looking at the wrong part of the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's not the timeouts. So I said the class of 1994 was a little old, but I was in that class. That was my graduating class. Again, I played for Coach Mike Richardson, who got a moment of silence for before the game. 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the play clock. They got the play off.
Looking deep down that left side again.
Brady Bannister about had him. Oh, that might be a fumble. If that's a fumble.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they blow it dead. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Bruins, and now a flag comes in. Flag comes in. Unfortunately, I'm worried that might be unsportsmanlike against the Bruins for saying something they shouldn't have after not getting the call they wanted.
I think they called that an incomplete pass, and I think that's probably the right call.
They called it an incomplete pass. Let's see what the offsetting penalty. Nope. So here's the replay. We're all over him. Oh, boy. His hand did come forward, but I'm not sure he had control of the ball. Here it is again. He's going to bring his hand up. Oh, man. With the way that ball goes, I can't hardly imagine that was. Unfortunately, it looks like. All right, so that was 4th down, so they were moving the chains. I'm not sure exactly what the flag was there. It must have been. Okay, so the only thing I can figure out is it was a personal foul against the Bruins. So the result of the play stood, and then it was a 15-yard penalty or something a Bruin maybe said when they were unhappy that the play was blown dead. Again, if that had been ruled a fumble and was able to continue, I believe it was Brady Bannister who had picked it up off a hop, and he was gonna go to the end zone without a doubt.
Would it help if we took our phone down and showed the official the replay on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. Maybe at halftime if we.
I think it'll be too late then.
And there's a penalty. That may have been a delay of game by the Bruins. That's going to make it 1st and 15. The Bruins have to be careful here.
Even if that hadn't been a fumble, Blackford should have had the ball near midfield, and now they're on their own 20.
Yeah, the unsportsmanlike, and I got to believe that. So that flag came in well after the play. It was over along the sideline, over along the Elwood sideline. I got to believe a player said something that drew that penalty. Usually if there's something physical, that'll lead to a double penalty, offsetting penalties. There's Bannister. He's got room.
Big hole.
That's going to be a 1st down.
Need to get up to the line.
47 seconds left.
For the Bruins, number 28. Brady Bannister. The Blackford.
A little concerned of the lack of urgency. Clock started.
Bruins are hustling up to the line there.
Yeah, but we've lost probably 10 seconds or more.
That's going to be
Running the ball.
tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's not going to move.
Number 15, Tyler Mort on the tackle for the Panthers.
Blackford does take another timeout here. We believe their final one.
Timeout, Blackford.
That run by Brady Bannister, I believe, was 18 yards. He's got to be over 100 yards for the evening here just in the first half. Shows how well the Bruins have moved the ball at times. Of course, 50 yards of that was on one play. So he picked up half of that in the first quarter, the first possession of the game. The Bruins will talk it over. I think that was their last timeout. 30 seconds left in the half. The Bruins will have second down. Bruins don't throw much, but I can see them trying to throw here. We've thrown it to Carter Klaus out of the backfield a couple times. Put him in motion right to left. Thrown it to him out in the flat. Thrown it to Gavin Orlando once, crossing from the left side to the right side. That one goes to Carter Klaus around the end. He's looking for the sideline to stop the clock. I'm not sure if he got there. The official has not signaled. I assume it's going to keep the clock running. Yep.
No, they stopped. They stopped the clock.
I think that was
Now, the far side official did. It was really odd. Oh, there's a flag. Okay.
Well, that one's in the backfield, so that may be another hold. Nope, that's on the defense. So that'll move the ball down a little bit. The problem with that end around play, which I don't have a problem with it in general, but at that time, it does run a lot of time off the clock, trying to get out and around the end.
Yeah, he's still trying to get to the sideline, get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
The problem was you ran it and then didn't get out of bounds, but the penalty saved you.
So that stopped the clock. There's 19 seconds left, 21 seconds left, around 20 seconds. I think they'll throw on this one. Randall's out, and that's a throw back to Brady Bannister. That got tipped by number 42 of the Panthers. Casey McCray tipped that one, got a piece of it.
Second down, Blackford.
Not much time left. I don't think the Bruins have any more timeouts.
Maybe 2 more plays here.
Yeah, you know,
assuming
if you complete a pass where you're tackled inbounds, that's pretty much going to be the end, unless they do have one timeout left. We know they've used 2 at least. I think they used that third one.
Oh, that's a hold, yeah.
Yeah, it was close to it. Yeah, you and I saw the same thing. They didn't call it a hold. Had a high block up on the shoulder pad, and it didn't get called. That's going to bring up play here, under 10 seconds to go. Now if you throw a quick pass here, you might get it. You might get another one. That one only took a few seconds.
Yeah, but I don't think we can really get the ball to the sideline, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. The last couple plays have stopped the clock, but they've also been incomplete passes. So Carter Klaus is out on the right side. Or sorry, Caleb Klaus. Oh, there's a. I think he was looking for something. Didn't see what he wanted there. He made the quick decision to just basically spike it, to throw it down into the ground. They had a back there, so it wasn't intentional grounding. So I think that was kind of the play. I think maybe he was looking for Caleb Klaus there.
I've never been a lineman, other than maybe one game in junior high, but I don't know how the tight end on the right side is supposed to block the defensive end when we keep rolling to the right side. The defensive end's lined up outside of him, and the quarterback runs right at him. There's no way to block him.
That's going to be a procedure penalty. It's going to be 4th down. That's going to move the Bruins back a little bit.
False start call on the Bruins.
Clock ran down there. I don't know if they'll put more time back on. Really, for the Bruins, you don't want them to put any more time back on. If they put it 10 seconds on and for some reason you get sacked, that's going to give Elwood a chance to maybe run a play. With under 5 seconds left, this is going to be a play. Going to drop back, let the receivers run their routes. Caleb Klaus on the right.
I think I just run a draw here, just hand it off to Bannister.
Coach Dow. Yeah, I guess might as well. And there, that's what they did. And he's got some running room.
Number 28, Brady Bannister on the carry for the Bruins.
Well, Bannister picked up another 15 yards there. So Bannister had a good half. The Bruins had one great opportunity, but a fumble on the 2-yard line is really the difference in the game right now. And if you weren't with us, the Bruins took the opening kickoff, went down. Brady Bannister had a 50-yard run down to the 2-yard line. In the ensuing play, they fumbled. Elwood brought the ball back out, and from then it's just kind of been back and forth. Each team moving the ball a little bit. Blackford did have a second turnover. That was an interception, but it was really more. It ended up more like a punt. It was a 4th and long, 4th and 15. The interception was run back to about the line of scrimmage, but then there was a penalty on that, so that one didn't really hurt the Bruins. The first penalty, however, 1st and 2 on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. That was a killer. A little bit of shades of last year's loss at Indiana Wesleyan to Elwood, where the Bruins also took the first possession, moved the ball really well. I think that drive stalled out around the 30-yard line. This year it was all the way down to 2. So it's homecoming night here, Bruin Field. Halftime, we'll have the halftime show of the Blackford Marching Band, Blackford Pride Marching Band, directed by Matt Carlisle. We've got some floats entering the field, or entering the track down on the south end. So we'll have the band. We'll also have the crowning of the homecoming queen.
Indiana Fargo Insurance, Bernie Sons of Edward Jones.
We would like to thank these sponsors for supporting Bruin Athletics.
We've got a camera down on the track too. Hopefully it'll have a good angle.
We start our halftime homecoming activities. We'll have the float presentation. Starting off with the float by the classes of 2029 and 2030.
Your junior high float. Next, we have the freshman float, the class of 2028.
Followed by your class of 2027, the sophomores. Now we have the junior float, your class of 2020. And finally, the class of 25, your seniors.
Next, we will have the presentation of the homecoming court.
Well, I think they're about to start. Yep, they're just about to start, maybe with the Queen contestants here. With the announcement of the homecoming court.
Representing the freshman class, Miss McKenna Reed. McKenna enjoys reading, shopping, and hanging out with friends. Her favorite part of school is getting to see her friends. She's involved with cheerleading and show choir. And she says her favorite color is pink. McKenna is escorted tonight by Bryce Maddox. Bryce is involved in football, track, and jazz band. His favorite part of high school has been lunch and enjoying hanging out with people. Freshman McKenna Reed and Bryce Maddox. Representing the sophomore class, Miss Gemma Cowgill. Gemma has been involved in softball, campus life, and core. Her favorite part of high school so far has been seeing her friends and animal science class. Gemma enjoys sleeping, helping animals, church, and being with her friends. Gemma is escorted tonight by Mr. Brady Bannister. Brady is part of the football and track team. He enjoys sports, rolling down hills, and playing Fortnite. His favorite part of high school is lunchtime and the last of the 7th hour. Sophomores Gemma Cowgill and Brady Bannister. Representing the junior class is Madison Henderson. Madison has been an active member of the girls wrestling team in FFA. Her favorite part of high school so far is agriculture. In her free time, Madison enjoys campus life and 4-H. Madison is escorted tonight by Mr. Maverick McDaniel. Maverick is a member of the men's soccer team. He states he enjoys eating in his pastime, and his favorite part of high school is going to lunch. Juniors Madison Henderson and Maverick McDaniel. Our senior homecoming king and queen candidates for 2024. Miss Catalina Velasquez. Catalina is an active member of the soccer, swim, Spanish club, and National Honor Society. Her favorite part of high school has been getting an opportunity to learn and see my friends. Catalina's favorite pastime is watching movies, baking, and spending time with her family. Catalina is escorted by Mr. Alex Sword. Alex has participated in soccer, football, wrestling, track, and golf. His favorite pastime activities include eating food, spending time with his girlfriend. Alex's favorite part of school is being involved in sports. Seniors Catalina Velasquez and Alex Sword. Senior Miss Kate Wolf. Kate is involved in the show choir, theater, and marching band. She said her favorite pastime is listening to music. Some of her favorite memories of high school include being with all of her friends. Kate is escorted by Mr. Daniel Ludwig. Daniel has been involved in football, swim, track, and golf. His favorite part of high school has been being involved with the jazz band. Daniel states he enjoys reading in his free time. Seniors Kate Wolf and Daniel Ludwig. Miss Kelsey McCannon. Kelsey's been involved in cheer, soccer, swim, track, and National Honor Society. Favorite part of high school has been FNL and attending the basketball game. In her free time, Kelsey enjoys 4-H and reading. Kelsey is escorted by Mr. Grant Ridgway. Grant has been involved in soccer, football, Raiders, and track. His favorite part of high school has been playing sports and going to lunch. In Grant's pastime, he enjoys playing golf, eating, and sports. Seniors Kelsey McCammon and Grant Ridgway. Let's give a round of applause to all the members of the 2024 homecoming court. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, tonight's winners are being crowned by the 2023 homecoming king and queen, Caleb Patrick and Chloe Wicker. Now, for the winners of the 2024 homecoming, the 24 homecoming queen is Catalina Velasquez. And your 24 homecoming king is Mr. Grant Ridgway. Again, let's have another round of applause for our homecoming candidate. Congratulations.
Here for the Bruin Pride Marching Band in the direction of Matt Carlisle.
Well, we hope you're still with us here. That was the Blackford Marching Band. Matt Carlisle is the new director, taking over from Mr. Colton Berlin, who's been director the last few years. Lewis Duddleston is the drum major for the Blackford Band. Blackford Pride Marching Band. Homecoming Queen tonight, Catalina Velasquez. And Homecoming King, Grant Ridgway. So Grant Ridgway, and we were talking about this at halftime. Grant came out as a King candidate. And this is probably the first time this season, first time in a while maybe, that he's gone a half without getting any action. So there was no kickoff for the Bruins in the first half, so Grant didn't get a kick. He's punted at times, but there were no punts this week in the first half for the Bruins, at least. And I think he's come in at times. I don't know that he was in the first half offensively or defensively. I know he's come in at times to sub in for injuries, but I didn't see him out there in particular. He might have been in for a couple plays. We didn't call his name in the first half, but we got to call his name at halftime. So congratulations to Grant as Homecoming King this year, 2024 Homecoming King, and Catalina Velasquez as 2024 Homecoming Queen. So before the game, we talked a little bit about scores around the league, or games going on around the league. We made some predictions. The first one, Frankton and Mississinewa. Mississinewa hasn't given up a point all year. They've won 3 games, 35-0. Each was a score in each game.
And I said Frankton would score. You said they would not.
And so far at halftime, Mississinewa has scored 40 points and Frankton 0.
Oh, so you're winning that one.
So Frankton has not scored. They've got time left and probably will be playing against maybe some of the B team for the Mississinewa Indians, although they may want to keep that streak of shutouts alive, and they may keep those starters in on defense. The second one we had, well, Eastbrook and the Alexandria game get to 75 total points between the two. And look at the score earlier, we thought it might be a little close. I was going out on a limb and said they'd get to 75 points based on the scores from their games this year.
I said, no way, that is way too many points.
Well, at halftime, it's 14-21 in favor of Alexandria. So that's 35 total points. They're on pace for 70.
And that would be more or less than 75?
That's not 75.
That's not 75.
It is less, but they're on pace to be in that ballpark.
Oh, that ice cream cone sounded good.
And then the third one was would Madison Grant beat Oak Hill by more than 10 points? I said yes on that, and you said?
I said no.
You said no. And right now, Madison Grant is ahead 30-6. So hopefully we can get scores in by the time the game's over before we wrap up and sign off. That's what it looks like. So we're tied up 0-0 here. Brady Bannister rushing for over 100 yards in the first half. Bruins had the ball on the 2-yard line on the first drive. Were not able to convert. And now the Bruins will kick off right to left. And there's Grant Ridgway, homecoming king with the kickoff.
Nice
That's
one.
a nice one, yep. And that stays in bounds. Oh, stop ball, don't get in the, there we go.
Oh!
And the runner slipped.
Slips again.
This is
Bring him down.
Carter Klaus was there on that initial attack there. So that was a great kickoff by Grant Ridgway.
Big night for Grant Ridgway.
Yeah, homecoming king, and he puts a kickoff down to, I think it was picked up there around the 2-yard line by Mullins. It took a few Bruins to bring him down, but that's going to be great field position for the Bruins defensively. The Bruins out to defend here. Elwood will start off on their 11-yard line. The sun is down, and it is now dark up here on top of the press box. It's going to be hard to see notes here in the second half. Well, that's a halfback pass. Oh. Looking back at the quarterback. That's intercepted. That was Morgan Randall. Morgan Randall picked that one off, and that's going to give the Bruins excellent field position. They're going to be on the 18-yard line. Great anticipation by Morgan Randall. Elwood tried a little trickeration there in the first series of the second half. Morgan Randall was in the right spot. There's the first takeover for the Bruins this year. They are they're ahead of the game so far in turnovers on the season. Tonight they're down 2. They had a fumble and an interception. The interception they threw was really more like a punt as far as yardage and positioning. The Bruins first down on the 18. It's a handoff to Brady Bannister. He's up the middle. He's got some room. He's going down to the 6-yard line for Brady Bannister.
All right, now we need to stick this one in this time.
Yes, this is a huge possession just for team morale here. They've got the first down on, I want to say, the 8-yard line.
First and goal for the Bruins.
You can say the 8, but it's a 7.
They start that drive on the 24, is that right? It's very dark up here on top of the press box. We did not bring our lights with us. Carter Klaus in motion. It's quarterback keeper. Oh, Morgan Randall gets hit hard. Morgan had some space there. That hole filled in quickly by number 75 for Elwood. 75 is not on our roster.
Tackle made by the Pacers, number 50.
Morgan Randall picks up a couple yards there. And that's going to be second down for the Bruins. It's second and goal here on the 5-yard line. Tip of the nose of the ball is on the 5-yard line. I don't know if there's a tip of the nose of the ball. I think it's one or the other probably. Bruins in the shotgun. Oh, no, that's a fumble. Oh, no. Morgan Randall's going to try to chase him down here. I think Morgan's got more speed, but can he take him down? That's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for number 50. Any flags? I don't see any flags on the field. There's a player down. A Blackford player down. They're calling out the trainer. So that's going to delay. There's going to be a delay here on this. The Elwood coaches got out there quickly. Here's a replay of what happened.
I think the snap's a little high, but very similar to the last time.
I think it was on the handoff here.
Right on the hip.
Right on the hip. Elwood player picks it up.
I'm not sure Bannister even expected it. I'm not sure he did.
And I don't know on those plays if that's, you know, some of the key to carrying out a good fake is to really have that ball in there, make the defense think that it's a handoff, and then pull it back out. So the injured Bruin is walking off the field now. Coach C. High and athletic trainer Jared Coates. We just mentioned how that was such a big play for the Bruins, or possession for the Bruins. They really needed to punch it in.
Blackford's had the ball inside the 5-yard line twice tonight, both times fumbling the ball. This one resulting in actually Elwood touchdown.
And that was a big run back for number 50 for the Panthers. Connor Wooten, a sophomore, 5'11", linebacker.
The news is there's a lot of time left still. 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
But we'll see if Elwood's able to convert here. I don't know if they've had an extra point good this year. That one looked pretty good there. Can't remember exactly what their score was against Southern Wells. They had 12 points last week, so 2 touchdowns, no conversions or extra points last week. That extra point was good, and the Panthers take a 7-0 lead, and that's, you know, we talked about when the Bruins got the ball there in that position that they needed to score there for momentum.
A very close second went to the junior high float.
So to give up the fumble and a score on that possession is really pretty demoralizing. So we'll see how they bounce back here.
There's competition for the week. Overall competition. Overall winners for the week. Fifth freshman came in fifth. Junior high came in fourth.
Gage Dow will be back to return.
Congratulations.
Amari Taylor will be on the far side of the field. Nick Eli on the near side. Those will be the 3 men back. Jay Bannister, Daniel Ludwig up front, along with, looks like Drake Loish on the front line. Kick is away. That one over toward Kamari. He's got it. He's going to reverse the field maybe. No, he cuts up, gets a nice cut, gets around in the end a little. That was a good recovery off of a little bit of a bobble on the reception there. Those kickoffs, those low kickoffs that hit the ground and bounce up, they're not real easy to field. Let's see how the Bruins can do trying to get momentum back. I think on that previous possession, the player down was Brady Bannister. So Brady's got over 100 rushing yards tonight. I don't have the exact number. I think he's probably close to 150, but he's not in right now. So we'll see who the Bruins put in the backfield. Coach Morales called timeout there. He's not happy at all. He's out on the field. He is very emphatic about whatever he is saying to his players. I'll give Coach Seahigh a moment here to talk to the team as the cheerleaders are throwing out footballs, mini footballs this year, sponsored by Tina Coons Homes. Tina Coons is a proud sponsor of the Blackford Bruins. Everybody loves mini footballs. Cheerleader there in the front row had a nice spiral on that one. Got it well into the stands. I think she threw that ball better than Elwood did on their last possession.
That was not nice.
Oh, sorry. No, it was. Did you see the spiral on that pass?
I did not.
On that throw? It was excellent. I've never seen a mini football that's had that tight of a spiral on it, and it was from. Cheerleaders can throw too. So the Bruins give it to Kamari Taylor, and Kamari's got some room. He got about 7 yards there, 6 or 7. So again, the Bruins took over on the 34-yard line.
Number 10, AJ, on the tackle for the Panthers.
They really need to get something going here. At this point, I really thought that each team in this game would probably score in the end zone 3 times. Thought it would be a fairly high-scoring game. So at halftime, with the score being 0-0, it was surprising to me. So now the Bruins really have their back against the wall a little bit, just as far as momentum. Got a player out. And there's Nick Eli, and he breaks the tackle and pulls the runners. That's what I was looking for in the first half. Nick Eli is such a big, strong kid. He's a guy who loves the weight room.
Nick Eli from Blackford.
So they had the ball in the 34, and now they're across to the opposite 34. So they just traversed from 34 to 34 on that Nick Eli catch. Actually, after the Kamari Taylor run, that may have been a little shorter than that, but they've gone from 34 to 34 in 2 plays. Nick Eli, like I mentioned, big, strong kid. He had pushed the last couple of years to have the Bruins. Hang on a second, finish that. There's another run by Kamari. Kamari's out around the left end. He's got space. There goes Kamari. Knocked out of bounds after a big gain. That's a good run for the freshman. 30-yard run from the 34 down to the 30. Sorry, from the 34 down to the 4. 30 yards for Kamari Taylor.
Tackle for the Panthers.
And we've said this is the 3rd time that the Bruins have been inside the 5-yard line. 3rd time tonight. How many times can we say they need to put it in the end zone? Oh, my goodness. Kamari got, oh no, it's still alive. The Bruins get on it. The Bruins are on it. 3 times inside the 5-yard line, 3 fumbles, 3 snaps inside the 5. Someone's yelling white ball. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the Bruins ended up on that. Morgan Randall, I think, ended up on the ball. That's a timeout for the Bruins. I agree with that timeout. Coach Seahigh needs to talk that over. At this point, I guess it gets in your head. Here's a replay of that one.
I think the snap's a little high again.
Snaps high, and then hits Kamari's shoulder pad. So I think Kamari was just coming through. Morgan Randall went up to get that snap, and it was just not much space there. As Morgan tried to pull that in, it clipped. So that wasn't on the handoff. That's one of those where, we said maybe it's in their head. That's not the case on that one. That's just pure bad luck, pure bad timing. Shoulder pad just clipped the ball, knocked it out. So it's 2nd down now, and the Bruins have the ball inside the 15-yard line. At this point, you're almost happy to have the ball not inside the 5-yard line. Might be better to just go ahead and score from the 14 or the 10. Inside the 5 has been bad luck for the Bruins. There's a keeper, and he's down to the 9. It's going to bring down 3rd down. I think this is 4-down territory. You've got Grant Ridgway, who's a good kicker. I think with the position they're in, needing something here, I think this might be 4-down territory. And the Bruins have moved the ball well. I think Kamari Taylor's in on this drive instead of Brady Bannister. Dathan Wainwright's in on this play. I think Dathan had been out earlier. Dathan recovering from an injury. There's a pass. He's wide open. Did he get it? Did they? Yes, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. Nick Eli with his 2nd reception of the day. And there go the lights, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Yenser, for those flashing lights. Touchdown, Bruins. Morgan Randall to Nick Eli. Great job there. Coach Seahigh didn't want to get inside that 5-yard line again, so he just went ahead and threw it in from the 9. So here, what will the Bruins do here? Looks like they're going to line up to tie it up. Grant Ridgway, homecoming king, is in. Nick Eli, I believe, is the snapper on this. Nick Eli, who just scored the touchdown. We'll snap it to Morgan Randall, who will be the holder. That kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. 7-7. The Bruins have it tied up at halftime.
Scott, as we pull this replay up, who caught that pass?
Nick Eli.
Nick
I
Eli.
believe it was Nick Eli,
this
number
is a
22.
Tremendous catch. The ball thrown well behind him.
Yeah, he came back. He had to reverse his direction on this.
Well, he has to stretch.
Go to the ground. Come way back. Oh, that was a beautiful catch. And I think I thought initially that it might have hit the ground, and I thought after the because he had a catch earlier in the game where he thought he caught it. The official disagreed. Thought maybe that was a little makeup call for that. Morgan Randall did a nice job getting. If you look at where the defense is, he put it in the open spot. Morgan put the ball where it needed to be, and Nick just happened to be athletic enough and long enough to come back and get it.
I don't know, Scott. I'm glad there's no replay.
I'm going to say his hand was under it. Is it? You just can't. Is he right there? His arm's underneath it. Yep. I have total confidence that ball didn't touch any green grass.
Okay, you're absolutely right. 100%.
Thank you.
100%.
That ball stayed clear of the Langdon brothers grass seed in the end zone.
It's that
beautiful grass down there.
Green hybrid.
Yeah, I believe so. Tony Eugen cut it nice and short so it didn't touch the grass. Grant Ridgway, homecoming king, again to kick it away. That time, they go with that one. I think they were trying to catch Elwood a little off guard. Went right to a player who was ready for it.
That last kick was so nice. So nice and deep, and really led to eventually get the Blackford touchdown.
It was. I think that's another one. Last week they did something similar. That was Cash Bryan for Elwood that caught that. Sorry, 2 weeks ago.
That's true, at Fremont.
At Fremont. They got a touchdown. They came back. They kicked down the left side, and then they went with a kick similar to that on the right side. Hit one of the up men, and then the Bruins recovered. So they may have been trying to look for something similar to that in that situation. But number 25, Cash, was right there to receive that. Cash Bryan of Elwood did a nice job. Because a lot of times you're turning around to run back to block, to set up the block. Oh, that was almost a catch there. Almost a very athletic play. I believe that was Mullins down the sideline on the far side. Bruins had good pressure there. I was saying a minute ago, Nick Eli had really pushed to go to a weightlifting competition. They couldn't find one, so the Bruins actually hosted their first weightlifting competition last year. Nick Eli did really well in that, along with some other Bruins, Gage Dow among them. Defensive line shifting here. Now they're set. There's a flag down on the far side. I think this one's going to come back, I think. Great job by Gage Dow. Gage really strung that out, didn't let Mullins get around him, and took him down out of bounds.
He did a great job fighting off the Mullins straight arm there.
He did. He stuck with that. I really thought Mullins might be able to get away from him, but he did a nice job. Again, the flag on the far side. It's going to be against Elwood, so the result of that play won't matter. You know, you say that the result of a play doesn't matter, but to Gage Dow, who ran out there, strung that out, and made that nice tackle, that's a confidence builder. That makes you feel good about what you're doing. Helps build some momentum. And then on top of that, you move them back 5 yards. Now that was an illegal procedure call, so am I incorrect in thinking it should be first down again? Was that second down? Yo, that was second down. They had an incomplete pass on first down, sorry. I apologize for the mistake there. There's another procedure penalty against Elwood. Elwood has been hurt by penalties tonight, and the Bruins have been hurt by fumbles. If you haven't been here with us the whole time, the score is tied 7-7. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Bruins have had 3 fumbles inside the 5-yard line. Really, the Bruins have pretty well dominated the game, other than a fumble and a fumble return. And there's a nice tackle. Eli Long comes up and cleans that one up. So 88, Carter Klaus was there. He might have a stinger. His shoulder's kind of hanging there. He's shaking it off. He'll be all right. Carter's a tough kid. Also a wrestler. Runs track, is a 3-sport athlete. Klaus strung it out. Eli Long, number 24, came over and really cleaned it up well. So that play never happened, though. Again, another play that didn't happen. That one was an offside against procedure penalty, offside against the Bruins. So now it's back to second down.
Is this our third or fourth play on second down?
This is, I believe, the third second down play of this series. Third consecutive second down. And there is a stuff. Well, they might have gotten 2 yards. That's going to bring up third and long, third and 13. So it's third and long after the Eli Long tackle. Elwood has trips to the right here. Oh, and then the ball's fumbled on the snap, but he picks it up. He's got men open. He's run out of bounds, pushed out of bounds there by Daniel Ludwig. Good coverage there. I believe Eli Long, Gage Dow, and Carter Klaus. So I believe we're all defending on the left side or on the right side.
In the first quarter, Elwood went for it on fourth down from their own 14. Here on their own 38.
No, they're going to punt.
Of course, last time it was 4th and 1, and now it's 4th and 15.
Yeah.
I guess that makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah, Mullins is going to be out to punt. He's a very athletic young man. Gage Dow back to return for the Bruins. Yeah, if it had been 4th and 7 there, I wouldn't have been surprised to see him. Bruins got to watch out here. That's a short one. Want to make sure it doesn't fall on somebody or bump. Hit a Bruin and then get recovered. So it took a nice Blackford bounce there, and the Bruins are going to be in Elwood territory to start this one.
That was a 10-yard punt. A lot of height, went probably 18 yards and bounced back about 8.
And the Bruins will take it. Starting off at the 48. In Elwood territory. Looks like Kamari Taylor in the backfield again. Carter Klaus here on this left end. You can see number 88. That one goes to Taylor. He gets hit. He keeps on chucking. It's an 8-yard gain. Oh, he felt like I think Kamari felt like his knee never touched the ground there.
I'm not sure it did.
He didn't think his knee got down to that Langdon Brothers grass growing there on the 42-yard line. Let's see the replay. Oh, it's hard to say.
I don't think it's that hard to say.
Right there. Oh, yeah, I think that was the Elwood defensive player. Yeah, I think Kamari was right. I think he was should have been a live player there. Kamari goes. He's got another hole. He's going to get around the right end. It's all about speed right now. Well, he got around 12 to get a few more extra yards. That's a first down for Kamari.
For Blackford.
Now they're down to the 25. So Kamari Taylor has 23 yards here on this drive already. No, Kamari might get over 100 yards tonight. Let's hope so. Klaus cuts it up. Oh, that might have been a face mask with the way he came down. I thought for sure there was a face mask in there, the way his head twisted. That's a pickup of 5 for Carter. Carter's had a few good runs tonight. Carter's probably around 20 yards rushing tonight. Oh! That time the snap, I don't know if that snap was supposed to go to Kamari. He came over, he got there real quick. Now, Kamari's a freshman, and he probably gets a lot of the snaps with that second team because Brady Bannister is such a go-to guy for the Bruins. So Kamari's played in the JV games. Monday's JV game may not be able to happen if Kamari's out of quarters. Can't play Monday. Bruins have had a JV team this year, but don't have a lot of players there. So if there's a couple injuries, guys have to play more on Friday night. They don't have enough quarters to play on Monday. And there's a pass that's almost caught. Again, Nick Eli had to turn around. So that's going to bring up 4th down. And we've got Grant Ridgway in. This would be a 41-yard field goal. 41-yard field goal attempt.
Wow.
Coming up for Grant Ridgway, the homecoming king.
That'd be pretty awesome. To take the lead.
Morgan Randall is the quarterback and the holder. But they're going for the kick. Yep, that one's going to be short. That ball looked like
is live, right? I believe that is live.
Caleb Klaus over to tackle the player there. Yep, Morgan Randall was aware of that. He was the holder, and he was the one guy who was down there trying to make sure Elwood didn't run that back. So I think on that hold, the ball was angled a little bit away from the kicker. So Grant did his best. The snap looked like it was an okay snap.
Yeah, I think Grant's got the leg to hit it from there, but it's one thing to hit it from a tee or when you've got it perfectly set. But it takes all 3 facets, right? You've got a good snap, a good spot, and then the kick. And putting those all together is a pretty significant challenge.
Yeah, yep. So now Elwood takes over at the 44. There's a nice tackle. That was Daniel Ludwig getting into the backfield.
55. Daniel Ludwig on the tackle for the Bruins.
So that's more negative yardage for Elwood. This is a game where the Bruins have just dominated in yards from scrimmage. But again, the three fumbles. The third fumble, however, the Bruins did not lose, and the Bruins were able to convert. As odd as it sounds, getting the ball inside the 5-yard line has actually been a positive for Elwood when Blackford gets in there. We're joined up here in the top of the press box during this timeout by a special guest, Kate Bennett. Kate Bennett's the athletics secretary. So, Kate, has it been a stressful week this week with homecoming?
Oh, you betcha. It's been very stressful in the athletic office, but we've worked so hard this week, tried to get everything prepared, and hope to see these Bruins take on a win.
Well, and you mentioned the athletic office. Gary May, the new athletic director, he seems like just a friendly, nice guy. He's probably a pleasure to work with, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Gary's been great. He's on top of everything. Anytime I'm thinking of something that we got to do for game day, he's already on it. So I'm happy to have him part of the athletic staff. That's
good. And you are also a coach on the soccer team. We'll pause here for a second as Elwood's about to run a play. It's 2nd and 15. We're going to show blitz. It's going to be a pass. There's a flag down. That's probably going to be a hold. Thought for a second there Caleb Klaus might come in and be able to grab that ball away from the Elwood player. I think that's going to be a hold. They're going to move back. So now it's going to be a long play. So, Kate, tomorrow, so you're a coach for the girls soccer team. You specialize in goalies, right?
Absolutely, yep.
And you played goalie for the Blackford Bruins.
Yes, yep.
And then where'd you go play in college?
And then I played at Manchester University for 4 years.
Fantastic, fantastic. And then you came back here, and now you're helping out, give back to the community, coaching, working in the athletic office. That's fantastic. Tomorrow, the girls soccer team will go to Elwood and play the Panthers, right?
Oh, yeah, yep. We're hoping to get another win. We just got a win yesterday against Wapahani 5-0. That's our first win of the season. We're hoping to get another one tomorrow.
And the Elwood's going to line up here for a second and really long, 2nd and 25. That's out to number 4, and he's taken down. That's a good gain for Elwood, but it's still going to bring up 3rd and long. So you guys traveled to Elwood. You played Wapahani this week, right?
Yes, yeah, we did.
And that was a big night for Izzy Mays?
Yes, big night for Izzy Mays. She got 4 goals, and then Mary Baird with a buzzer beater goal right at the very last second. It was awesome.
So a 5-0 win for Blackford over Wapahani.
Yes.
That was last night, right?
Yep, that was.
Yep. And now it's 3rd and 16 for Elwood. Kind of a low snap. It's a little bubble screen. The Bruins are on it. A couple of guys were back there. Oh, that's a little shove after the play. The 42 pushed Daniel Ludwig. Was upset probably about the excellent defense Daniel's been playing all night. He's got 42 frustrated. Eli Long got that tackle. Now it's going to be 4th and long again. I think Elwood's going to punt here. Kate, what did you think about those floats tonight?
I thought they were awesome. I love the senior float. I liked how interactive it was. I thought that was great, but I'm glad we're bringing all the floats back, and it brings everyone that homecoming spirit that we all love. So.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've had a float.
Yeah, it has. I'm so glad that they're bringing it back.
Yeah, it looked like they had done a really nice job decorating those. Gage Dow's he's gonna get away from that one. That's gonna lead to a nice long roll though. So the Bruins will have a long a lot of grass in front of them to go. They'll have to go 89 yards here. They're going to start this drive on about the 11. Now, Kate, I know you're busy, and so I won't take any more of your time, but I do appreciate you coming up here, and good luck to the Lady Bruins soccer team tomorrow at Elwood. That's a 10 o'clock start if anyone wants to go out to that. And good luck with the rest of the season.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and go Bruins. Hope we get this win.
Again, that was Kate Bennett. She's the athletics secretary for the Blackford Bruins. Put in a lot of hard work this week, I'm sure, with homecoming. She's also an assistant coach on the girls soccer team. As she was saying, the girls soccer team picked up a win against Wapahani last night, 5-0. 4 goals for Izzy Mays, 1 for Mary Baird, and a shutout for Evelyn Gully and the whole team, but Evelyn Gully, the goalie. Bruins on the 11. And that's going to be a loss. They took Carter Klaus down to about the 5-yard line.
88 on the carry for the Bruins, Carter Klaus.
Again, trainer Jared Coates will run out onto the field to help out the injured player. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's still 7-7. The Bruins back in front of their own end zone. Player down. The athletic trainer is Jared Coates. Matt, I don't know if you know this. Jared Coates is he ran out onto the field there, but a few weeks ago he ran 100 miles. He was in a 100-mile endurance race in Colorado in the mountains. Said to be one of the most difficult endurance races in the United States and in the world.
That endurance race, is that all over 10,000 feet elevation?
I'm not sure. I know the peak definitely is that. So it's some of it's a little lower. Then at the end, you go up a mountain, down a mountain, and then you turn around and go back up it and back down it again, and then finish. But it's 50 miles out, 50 miles back, 100 miles. It takes, I believe, the cutoff was 30 hours, so he had to be under 30 hours, and he finished. I want to say about half an hour before that. So great job on that by Jared Coates, athletic trainer. I think that handoff was to Kamari Taylor and got back to about the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up third and really long for the Bruins.
Taylor on the carry for the Bruins. Brings up the end of the third quarter.
So that's the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the third quarter, and the Bruins now move down to the south end of the field.
Scott, we did get an update on the Eastbrook score. Is that Eastbrook Alexandria?
Eastbrook Alexandria, yes.
It is now 21-21.
That's 42
That's
points
a total of 42.
Yeah,
Again, reminding everyone, you said they would score over 75.
Yeah, I
said under 75.
That was the
combined.
That was the question.
So they're at 42. We did not have a time associated with that score, so I'm not sure exactly how much time it was.
You know what? I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that game goes into overtime. So we had a couple other predictions. I don't know if we've got the score from Mrs. Sinowal, but we had predicted Mrs. Sinowal would discussing whether or not they would get another shutout. Mrs. Sinowal ran the table in the CIC last week. Or sorry, last year. And this year they look just as good. Mrs. Sinowal's really, their football program has taken off over the past several years since Coach, sorry, losing my train of thought here. The wind picked up a little bit. It's a little gusty up here on top of the press box, which is weird. You look down at the north end zone, and the wind's not blowing at all. That flag is not moving. But up here on top of the press box, the Blackford Bruin flags, they're blowing fairly well up here. So as I was saying, so Coach Rinker did a nice job at Mrs. Sinowal. Then Kurt Funk took over. It kind of took it to another level there. Their population's been growing, and their football team is really, their football program's done really well. Bruins are going to throw here on third down. Well, they had a chance there. Intended receiver there, I think, was Caleb Klaus. Yeah, that was Caleb back there. Some Elwood Panthers there helping him up. Good sportsmanship there.
This is going to be 4th down for Blackford, 4th and 19 back at their own 4-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to be punting out of the end zone. See if Grant Ridgway and Nick Eli have both done a little punting this year. But I think Nick's back there to punt this one. No, that's Grant. Number 2 for Elwood is back to return. That's Caden Simpson. High kick. Got a little bit of space for the Bruins defense. The way the Bruins have played defense the last few possessions, they've really done a nice job, and they've moved Elwood back. Elwood's had negative yardage, so the Bruins do what
unfortunately, Blackford had negative yardage on their offensive possession.
They did.
So the defenses are earning more yardage than the offenses right at the moment.
In the last few minutes, they are, yes.
Unfortunately, Elwood's down at the 26 now. So we start off the 4th quarter in a tie ball game.
This is the best field position that Elwood has started with all night. So for joining us, we are, looks like a Bruin came in late there, and the Bruins got timeout. I think they, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, they were 1 short. Player was coming off the bench, so that timeout was called just in time to not get an offsides penalty. No, am I wrong? You're shaking your head. Was I wrong there? So again, if you missed the first half, the Bruins had the ball down at the 2-yard line. Unfortunately, fumbled on their first play inside the 5, and Elwood took over. Elwood didn't get much out of it, but then from there on, neither team scored. Then here early in the second half, the Bruins got the ball down inside the 5-yard line again on about the 4, where they fumbled, and the Elwood Panthers were able to pick that up and run it back for a touchdown. So Elwood's major offense has just come on a defensive play, giving them their 7 points, which was a fumble recovery. Then the Bruins got down inside the 5 a 3rd time, fumbled but recovered their own fumble, and then scored on a pass to Nick Eli. On a beautiful, beautiful catch. Not sure what happened there. I think the Bruins might have just talked Elwood into the.
I don't know what took so long for that flag to come out.
But the Bruins thought Elwood jumped, and then they started pointing, at which point a couple of Elwood players stood up and assumed that they had jumped offside. So it may have just been the Bruins convincing Elwood that they were offside. So they move it back 5 yards. They're under center this time. And he slips there. He's brought down. Maybe a short gain.
Tackle made by number 24.
That was Jaden Mullins again. Eli Long's had a good night tonight at linebacker. He's had several tackles. If you're just joining us, it looks like we've got pretty good viewership tonight, so thank you for joining us tonight on this beautiful homecoming night. It was sunny and warm at the beginning. Now it's getting a little breezy, a little chilly, but very nice night for football. Mullins with the handoff. The Bruins taken down. I think Long may have been in there again. That's Eli standing here, so it wasn't him on the tackle.
Number 4 Mullins for the Panthers.
That one was Gage Dow. I saw the 20 on that. Gage Dow's 20, Eli's 24. Nice tackle by Gage. Gage has had a couple nice tackles. A nice open field tackle on this side of the field against Mullins, taking Mullins down, a nice one-on-one tackle. I think Gage is our free safety back in the back. Number 20, Daniel Ludwig and Eli Long are middle linebackers. That's Mullins around the right end. He's down there. A nice shoestring tackle.
Got him by the ankle.
I think that was Daniel Ludwig who tripped him up. Yeah, Daniel got just enough of him to make Mullins lose his balance and go down. So it's going to be 4th and long. I guarantee that they're going to go for it here.
They're not kicking a 40-yard field goal?
No, they're not going to try a 40-yard field goal. Although their extra point looked pretty good, but with the aggressiveness that they've shown, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 7. Big play for the Bruins. Big play for Elwood. He's got space around the end. He's going to pick up the first down. It's very close, very close. But I believe they're going to give it to him. Yep.
No, surely they have to bring the
I think
chains out.
they might measure this one. If they do measure it, they're going to have to go all the way across the field.
They are.
They're going to measure.
The chains are coming out. No, they moved it forward.
No.
Really?
Yep, I thought they were going to bring that down here and measure.
I guess it's right. The ball was right on the line.
It was right on it,
You ought
yeah.
to be able to tell.
That's true. That's true. The first down marker was right on the 16. The ball was about the 16, so I guess they could tell.
I think we're getting serious now.
Yeah, this is a big series for both teams. Around 9 minutes to play. 4th quarter. I was looking for a pass there. Oh, I thought that was to the other receiver and thought maybe Carter or Caleb Klaus would have a chance to come back and intercept that one. I didn't see
Not sure
28 coming out of the backfield.
Not sure if there was a miscommunication there. The receiver seemed to break in and the pass was thrown to the outside.
Well, I think maybe that one was going to Ryan Munoz, number 28. Our field of vision just didn't show that real well. We're back in the shotgun. I think that might have been, I think Dathan Wainwright was a little worried that he had made contact there. He went up, didn't turn around and look at the ball, but went up to defend that. I believe the ball hit Dathan in the back. Luckily, he didn't make contact with the receiver. Dathan's an excellent high jumper. He had a good season his freshman year, high jump. Fortunately, he was out with an injury, wasn't able to jump last year. Had a good finish in the conference at the CIC meet with Dathan in the high jump as a freshman. He's a junior. No, sorry, he's a senior. That was his sophomore. The Bruins don't give up much there, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. This time it's 4th and 8. Well, last time was 4th and 7, and they barely got it. So here's a 4th and 8. So if we can hold them to 7, we can get the ball back. I think they're going to go to Jaden Mullins this time. Whether they hand it to him in the backfield or whether they throw it to him. I think.
They are going to go for the kick.
Looking for the kick here.
So
Mullins, I think, is the holder.
He is. Look for a fake. I wouldn't.
And that's Ryan Munoz, 28, and the kick is right.
Never got off the ground.
No, I'm not sure. I was going to say that got that got blocked or hit somebody, but I don't think it did. I think it just went. He may have come in high on that and just
blocked. First down, Blackford.
Put right on the ground. So the Bruins will take over here on the 21. 8 minutes to go. 4th quarter, homecoming night, beautiful weather.
Scott, you've tried to kick a football before, right?
Yeah, I actually had.
And what usually happens?
Oh yeah, I see where you're going with this. Yeah, it looks kind of like this kick right here.
That's just a shank into the right end.
So
that's what 95% of us would do on a kick, probably.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, though. I had a chance to. Our kicker when I was in high school got hurt. Coach Richardson said, "Get in here." I had a chance in practice. Here's a handoff. There's Kamari Taylor with some positive yardage. Got the opportunity in practice to step in, have my chance to earn that kicking spot. After one attempt, Coach Richardson said, "All right, that's enough. I've seen it. I don't need to see anymore from you."
Did he get off the ground?
I don't know. To be honest, it's been a long time ago. It's been 30 years. My class of '94 was here tonight, 30-year reunion. After 30 years, so that would have been like 31 or 32.
It's been long enough that it should have gotten a lot better in your memory now.
Yes. Sorry. You know what? I hit that field goal, but they didn't let me kick one in the game. So that's what I should have said. Mari picks up a few more yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and short. And Kamari Taylor is in. He's a freshman. Very talented young man. Plays football and basketball, runs track as well. He's a 3-sport athlete. Got a lot of multi-sport athletes out there. But Kamari is in right now for the injured Brady Bannister. Brady had, I believe, he had over 100 yards rushing tonight, but then I think got hurt on a play, and he's been out. I don't think we'll see him back in here tonight. Kamari's done a very nice job. He's probably around 50 yards, probably over 50 at this point. There he is again, and he will pick up the 1st down. Can't make 89 miss.
Still chugging.
Blaze chugging. Good push by the Bruins.
Mark Taylor on the carry for the Bruins, and it's the Blackford.
Colton Fisher did a nice job there. You know, as a lineman, he got out there, he got downfield with Kamari. Wasn't able to get in front of him and pick up a block, which I think Kamari's got a little more speed than Colton, but Colton definitely helped Kamari pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards there. So now we're out to the 42. 6 minutes to go. Bruins in the shotgun. He's gonna pull that one back, and there's Nick Eli. That's his, that ball's out. So the question is it's an incomplete pass. It's called an incomplete pass. We all know that that's one of the most difficult things to determine in the game of football. See it just simply by the fact that the NFL's had to change that rule. Feels like every couple years to determine what is and what is not a catch. So Nick Eli had that. Here's the replay. Nick Eli right across the middle. Pass is high. He goes up and gets it. He turns and that ball's out. It came out pretty quick. I think that was probably a good call. A fortunate call for the Bruins. That would have been another lost fumble. And there is a fumble. And Elwood's up with it. We'll see what they call. They did that to Elwood.
Fumble on the play. Elwood recovers.
So fumbles have been the hobgoblin for the Bruins tonight. That's the 3rd lost fumble. 4th fumble of the night for the Bruins. The 3rd one they've lost. Bruins have also thrown 1 interception. It really wasn't a significant interception. It was on a 4th and long play. But the fumbles have been very significant. 3 out of the 4. 2 inside the 5-yard line, 1 inside the 5 that we recovered back at about the 15 and were able to score. And this one in a very crucial time in the game. Right there. Elwood player did a nice job.
That was Jones.
Yeah, Blaze Jones.
Jones has not had as many carries tonight, but Bruin defense definitely keying on Mullins, and so when Jones has got it, it seems like it's caught them a little bit by surprise.
Yeah, Mullins has done a nice job. Oh, sorry, Blaze has done a nice job there. Blaze Jones. Your parents name you Blaze, I think they expect you to have some speed. Jones and Mullins in the backfield here. Mullins on the left, Jones on the right. They give that one to Mullins. Tries to cut back up. I think Sean Cronin had the tackle there.
Time is rapidly ticking away here.
There's a nice crowd here at Bruin Stadium. A lot of fans in the bleachers. They're not leaving early on this one. 4.5 minutes to go. Elwood's got a 2nd and long. Grant Ridgway was back there in the backfield early on that. I thought he might have stepped out of bounds. Grant Ridgway was back early, in the backfield quick. They got blocked inside, and Jones got around the outs. That's a first down for Elwood. Bruins are going to have to come up with something here to get a stop.
Elwood hasn't been able to get much going up the middle. It seems like it's the runs around the end that have been the most effective.
Yeah, I don't think they really necessarily, I don't have much confidence in the Elwood offense to come down and score here, other than just simply the momentum factor. They've got the ball inside the 15 with a chance to put it in, a chance to take the lead here late in the game. Eli Long in on that tackle, along with Jay Bannister. Jay Bannister on the tackle. Brady Bannister, however, has been out for this fourth quarter. If you were with us in the first half, Brady had over 100 yards rushing. Kamari Taylor in for him has done a nice job here in the second half. Probably 50+ yards rushing. There's a tackle in the backfield.
Blackford pre-snap brought some defenders up on that left side.
Yep, Nick Eli in on that one. Great tackle at a big time there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 15. They're going to need to get 2 stops here. In this position, if Elwood's able to pick up some yardage and get between the 10 and 15, I don't know if they go for a field goal here after that last attempt.
No, I don't think
they looked good on the extra point.
I don't think anybody's going to kick another field goal.
They're going to throw. They're looking for the end zone.
Again, he threw it way to the outside.
Yep.
I don't know if it slips out of his hand or what.
Caleb Klaus on the coverage there did a nice job. Yeah, that pass did not look like a well-thrown ball.
It was, well, at least it was not to where the receiver was going.
No, yeah, it might have been a poorly run route. Might have been quarterback just having some pressure and throwing it a little wide. That's going to bring up the 4th down. It looks like they're bringing out the kick team again. I can't hardly imagine it, but that's how they're lining up. Maybe they've got a nice fake. I think I'd be looking for the fake here, but after that last one, that shows a lot of confidence. Now the Bruins have put a player back. They've got Gage Dow back if this one's short.
He should be back a little further.
And also to be ready for the fake. That one looks good, but that's short. That's way short. So it came off the foot really nicely compared to the last attempt. So the Bruins will have the ball here. 2:28. They've got a lot of ground to cover, and the Bruins, as we've seen this year, their drives are generally long, sustained drives. They're not a quick score type of offense.
We're showing Blackford has 1 timeout left. Jared usually does a pretty good job there, so that's probably right.
I've got total confidence in Jared and his recording of the timeouts. Yes, timeout counting. There's 3. You have to count backwards, which makes it a little trickier. The main thing is making sure you catch them when they call those timeouts. Sometimes they call a timeout and not sure which team got it. But I think you're right, Jared. Nice work there. Also nice work all night tonight by Keith, the cameraman. Bruins in the shotgun. Kamari Taylor in the backfield. Gage Dow, I believe, on the right side. Oh, that's going to be an illegal shift, I think. I don't know that I'm not sure. The Elwood coaching staff wanted it. There's a flag now.
I guess you don't throw the flag until afterward, but you can't have 2 guys moving. I
don't know why if that's on the offense, I don't know why you let them run the play. They did call illegal procedure against the Bruins.
So this is Blackford's run exclusively out of the shotgun tonight, right?
Yeah, I don't, unless they snuck out a couple plays when we weren't looking, I don't think that they went out of the tee at all. So I think it's been all, and they've gone out of the shotgun a few times this year. And some of that may be, we talked about earlier, you spread the defense out. When you run that T, the defense compresses and bunches things up around the line of scrimmage.
I think, unfortunately, some of these shotgun snaps are what have led to the turnovers. I don't know if that was a direct snap to the running back or if he just stepped in front of it.
No, I think Randall got that and handed that to Taylor. It was just fast.
So we called a timeout.
So what do you think, Jared? We out of timeouts now?
Timeout.
So just over 2 minutes to go here. 2:23 to play.
So
Clock stop. First down. So it's still first down, even though it's 1st and 15. So there was a procedure penalty on the first play. Looks like an Elwood player cramping up on the far side. And it's homecoming if you missed it. Homecoming King, Grant Ridgway. Homecoming Queen, Catalina Velasquez. Beautiful evening out here. A little warm at the beginning, a little chilly, but very comfortable. Also, if you missed it before the game, there was a moment of silence for Coach Mike Richardson, coach in the 80s and 90s. First down here for the Bruins. Out of the shotgun. Well, Randall's going to look to pass. He may have been throwing that one away. Nick Eli was there, but he was covered.
Every snap just makes me nervous now. The back just almost steps in front of the ball every time.
Yeah. Kamari gets out of his stance quickly, and maybe Brady Bannister was just as quick, but we hadn't noticed it. But since we had those issues with loose balls, it's been a stressful evening. I think that stress is going to continue. 2:18 to play here. That stopped the clock. Second down and long. There's Kamari. He picks up a couple yards. Matt, we haven't had an overtime game in a while. I haven't seen didn't do any research on the last time we had an overtime game.
I don't know the overtime rules.
But it's that's a good question. I don't have them handy on me. But I have good confidence in the Bruins if this game goes to overtime to be able to handle the situation. Of course, some of that depends on how the coin toss goes. Do you get the ball first? Do you get the ball second? If you get it, if you're second, maybe if you need to go for it on fourth down.
But in high school, it's similar to college, right? You take a possession.
Yes, each team gets a possession. Randall gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage there. I think he was going to tuck it down and run. That's going to bring up fourth down. Grant Ridgway is going to come out. This might be the most important punt of the season for Grant Ridgway.
Elwood's going to take a timeout here. We believe that's their last timeout.
So a minute, a little over a minute to play here. If we can get the punt out to the 30, 40-yard line, I've got pretty good confidence in the Bruins being able to hold the Panthers and not allow a score. My concern here is, a block punt or a big return on the punt.
Bad snap.
Something like that. Yeah. So if we can get the snap, the kick away, I'd be in favor of kicking that kind of down the sideline, looking to maybe kick it out over by the Elwood bench to avoid the return. Because you never know what's going to happen. Player gets the ball out in space.
You're down.
Caden Simpson will be back to receive, along with 89. Not the roster. I believe that's 89. Might be 88. Oh, I think they jumped. I think the right defensive end jumped on that, went a little early. Isn't going to give the Bruins a first down. We'll see. Hopefully they don't move the Bruins back. Yeah, it looks like it was against the Bruins. Grant will be in the end zone here. Grant Ridgeway crowned homecoming king earlier this evening. He'll be kicking this one out of the end zone. He's got a lot more action in the second half than he did in the first half. Just gets that one away. That's a beautiful kick there. It's going to land on the ground, take a hop. Number 2 is going to return it. Can we get him down? Oh, there's a flag. I don't know about that one. Could be a face mask over there.
It was Caden Simpson at Elwood at that return.
Yep.
A great kick. Not enough coverage down there, though.
I think that kick got out to about the 50. Really nice kick by Ridgeway.
Nearly 20, maybe over 20 on the return.
Barely. There was a lot of pressure on that kick, too. He kicked it right in the face of a big defender. Haven't seen an indication penalty. Get it here.
That would go against Elwood.
Yep, Elwood's moving back, so that's going to be 15 yards. That gives the Bruin defense a lot of breathing room here. With only 1:05 to go, you know, and that's the second big personal foul penalty in this game. The other one was by the Bruins. I'm having a hard time remembering the situation, but it was on the far sideline. And it moved the Bruins way back. It was on a punt on a 4th down play. Oh, it was a 4th down play, that's what it was. And the Bruins felt like they should have had a fumble. Elwood had dropped it. There was a question about whether it was a forward pass or a fumble. If it had been a fumble, Brady Bannister would have picked that up, heading right toward the end zone. And then we had a penalty after the play. I think a player said something, and then that moved that possession way back. But this one's putting the Panthers out at around the 45-yard line. 1:05 to play. 1:06. Daniel Ludwig blitzing there. Oh, and Eli Long gets to him. Eli Long being blocked, got a hand on the quarterback and brought him down. Elwood's going to rush to get up. That clock's running. They're back across the 50. Elwood's going to hurry here. They're going to take it and spike it. 45 seconds to go.
I'm not sure about that. I think I would have been tempted to just run the clock out. I don't know. It's going to be 3rd and 16 now.
It's going to be 3rd and 16. 45-ish seconds on the clock. Bruins defense has been pretty stingy so far tonight.
Blackford has no timeouts either, so even if they do hold them on downs.
Yeah, if they hold them on downs, that time's pretty much going to be gone. I would anticipate Elwood throwing here. Nope. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a halfback pass. Last time this led to an interception. It's Carter Klaus. Oh, Carter about had that one.
Well, actually, it's much better, I think, to knock that down.
Then get the interception.
I don't know.
If you can get the interception and have a chance to return it, you know, if you get away from, you know, the receiver possibly tackling you. But just downing it there stops the clock.
Blackford should get the ball back here before the end of the game, assuming they can stop them here on 4th down for at least a play or two.
Yeah, if they can hold Elwood to no yards here, get the ball back out here on the 50. It'll be interesting to see what they do. If they decide to try to run some time off the clock, they go direct snap to Mullins.
Turn around. Oh, they did call a pass interference.
There's the flag. There's the flag. I think Elwood was trying to get that call. There have been a couple times tonight. I thought they might call the interference. Now that's not a spot foul, so that's not going to come down to the 25.
It'll be about the 35. Should be an automatic 1st down now.
The yardage markers have not been moved. Now they're moving. They're walking it off. It's 15 yards. They needed 16.
It's an automatic 1st down,
okay.
right?
1st down.
Well, I would say yes, but sorry. Yeah, it's 4th down.
Okay.
They didn't move.
Oh, good.
We watch too much NFL and college football. It usually would be in those situations. And actually, it may have been a defensive holding
Not for 15.
instead. Oh, that's true. It was 15. So Mullins rolls out. He's going to
Right
heave
again.
it down there again. Morgan Randall back defensively, and who came up with it? Morgan Randall came
Randall
up with
has
it.
it.
They called it incomplete. I was really worried about that. I thought Elwood might have it. There's 21.2 seconds left on the clock.
How can that be incomplete?
That must have been on the ground in between them, and then Morgan snatched it before
Okay.
anyone could be confused and think that Elwood had it.
I guess so.
Looking at the replay,
Well,
looks like
I
it did hit the grass.
There we go.
First and 10, Blackford.
That thick green Langdon Brothers seed grass. Now the Bruins will have maybe they've got some time. Do you go for a big play here? Do you risk maybe a sack, fumble, or an interception? Carter Klaus and Nick Eli are the typical reception targets. Going to go to Kamari Taylor there. He's going to get stuffed up the middle. Oh, and there's a flag. That's going to be a penalty against Elwood, I'm sure.
Most importantly, that'll stop the clock and move
That's
the
going
ball
to stop
forward
the clock.
15
Personal
yards,
foul.
probably.
Yeah. I think if you'd have told him that Kamari was going to get a 15-yard gain on that and the clock would stop, you'd be fairly happy.
Move that onto the Elwood side of the field. 15 seconds to go. No way for Blackford to stop the clock, though.
It's going to allow the Bruins to be a little more aggressive. So here you're going to want to throw it at least 10 yards to be able to get that first down. Stop the clock as they move the chains. 14.1 seconds in the official
even
game
with the clock
clock.
stoppage, I'd get up and spike it. Maybe you could get another playoff.
Problem is,
I think they'll just run the inside handoff again. And snaps.
Randall's going to take it around the end, pick up a couple yards. Not enough. This game's going to go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's the end of regulation.
So regulation ends with a 7-7 tie. Blackford Bruins and Elwood Panthers going to overtime here on homecoming night in Blackford County. Got a nice crowd, Bruin fans out here tonight.
In overtime, all offensive series again. First and goal from 10-yard line.
If you didn't hear the PA announcement in the background there, the rules are both teams will get an opportunity. They'll start first down on the 10-yard line. I really like the Bruins' chances here in this situation. Hopefully the Bruins will get the ball second. You know, if you get it first, you have the chance to put pressure on the opponent if you can score. But going second, you'll know if the other team chose to kick a field goal on third down or if you have to go for the touchdown.
Both teams have attempted field goals tonight. Elwood attempted 2 and Blackford attempted 1, none of which were successful. Honestly, none of which were even close.
No.
But they were long 30-plus yard field
But
goals.
we're starting on the 10 here, and both teams have kicked their extra point.
It would be somewhat exciting to see the homecoming king kick a game winner tonight.
Kick a game-winning field goal. That would be exciting. And the other part, going second, you'll know if both teams score a touchdown, you'll know whether your opponent went for 1, went for 2. If they didn't get the extra point, if they went for 2 and didn't get it, then you know. So you've got a lot more information to base your decisions on if you're going second. It looks like Elwood's kind of heading down there like I think maybe they're going to be on defense. So it looks like the Bruins will have the ball first. Inside, they're on the 10. They're not inside the 5. We've talked about it so many times tonight. The Bruins have had 3 fumbles inside the 5-yard line. 2 of them lost. 1 was recovered and they got a touchdown. 1, however, was returned by Elwood for a touchdown.
Elwood's best offense has been Blackford fumbles inside the 5.
It has. I think the Bruins are going to punch it in here. Mari Taylor in the backfield. Carter Klaus on the right end. Gage Dow and Caleb Klaus over here. There's Kamari Taylor. He's going to get into the end zone. He's in the end zone. Kamari Taylor, the freshman on homecoming, gets the touchdown to start off on the first play of overtime. And the Bruin fans are excited.
How about that?
Fans at home, I'm glad you've stayed with us. Bruins have just taken the lead in overtime, 13-7. The homecoming king, Grant Ridgway, will be out to kick the extra point to put the Bruins up 1. Holds good, and the kick is good unless it was wide. It's good. That's 7 points for the Bruins to open up the homecoming overtime. And now it's Elwood's turn. Elwood will go to the same 10-yard line on the south end of the field. They'll have first down on the 10-yard line. Here's the replay of that touchdown. Kamari Taylor in the backfield here. You'll see the handoff. Kamari cuts it upfield.
Good kick-out block.
Breaks a tackle. Gets a couple good blocks. Nick Eli's there to signal that touchdown. Nick Eli had the earlier touchdown of the game. I think you see Nick getting a nice block.
51. Who's 51?
51, Jay Bannister.
51 on the right end. Crushes the Elwood defender.
Gavin Orlando, I think, had a nice block there. Sorry, that was Corbin Batten. Corbin Batten's a move-in freshman from California. He's got roots here in Blackford County, I believe. Elwood takes over. They're going direct snap. They put Mullins in again as quarterback. He's going to pass it. That's intercepted. That's an interception, and the Bruins win. The Bruins win on homecoming. The Bruins are 2-2. The Bruins are 1-1 in the conference. That's Caleb Klaus. Caleb Klaus, number 45, with the interception. Elwood put Mullins in at quarterback. Second interception of the night for the Bruins. Second interception of Mullins. The Bruins have 2 wins on this young season. They are 2-2. Here's the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Bruins were blitzing there on the left side. Mullins got out and had some space. Nice pressure there on him. Carter Klaus turns around, and it's right there in his breadbasket. Carter Klaus has been in the right spot, and defensively, it's had good position on a lot of plays. Bruins will go out and shake hands. It's going to be a happy homecoming here in Blackford County. It's great news for these young men that have put in time and effort in the offseason. Great news for Coach Seahigh and the whole coaching staff that puts in hours and hours, goes in on Sunday afternoons, gives up time with their families. Let's listen to that pep band. Now the players will come over and sing to their fans. It's the first home win for the Bruins in over a year. Second win of the season for the Bruins. They beat Fremont 18-0. That's a big, big win for the Bruins. Great to see those young men down there that work so hard, excited about a victory. And that puts the Bruins at 2-2. They're 500 after the first 4 games of the season. They're 1-1 in the conference. That'll probably put them at a 2, 3, 4 team tie for 3rd or 4th in the league. It's the 3rd home game for the Bruins. They'll only have one more. The next 2 weeks they're going to be on the road at Eastbrook and at Mississinawa, then home again against Oak Hill. Then they'll go to Frankton and Alexandria to finish up the schedule. This schedule in the CIC is a tough schedule. The teams in this conference are very good teams. They've had a lot of non-conference success. So the next home game, the last home game of the season, the final home game, will be against Oak Hill. That'll be senior night on October 4th. You can see on the screen there. Next week, they'll be at Eastbrook. The following week at Mississinawa, then Oak Hill. They get those 3 Grant County schools back to back to back.
Scott, real quickly, I want to update you on that Eastbrook-Alexandria score. Alexandria scored to make it 28-27. Alexandria scored to get 27 with 30 seconds left, elected to go for 2 to win the game, and did not make it. So the final is Eastbrook 28, Alexandria 27. Eastbrook moves to the top of the CIC, and that 28 and 27 total is, I don't know, but significantly less than 75.
Yeah, I think that's 55 maybe.
55. It's not even close.
So a little more defense there than they've been playing the rest of the season. That's an Eastbrook team. That's where we'll be headed next week. We, being the Bruins, I don't think we'll be broadcasting the game next week. I'll be down in Bloomington for Father's Day at an IU. But the Bruins will be at Eastbrook, so fans, it's a short drive, so you might head on over there to watch the Bruins and support them next week. Going up against an Eastbrook team that'll also be 2-2. Now, their first 2 games of the year, they were shorthanded. They had a couple kids out. And, it's a very tough schedule. I think Fort Wayne, Concordia was one of those games. Huntington North was the other. Those are their 2 losses. They've bounced back as Eastbrook. And they're 2-2 now atop the CIC. Mississippi, I haven't seen that score, but I'm sure they're going to have a win. They were up 40-0 at halftime. We'll see if Frankton was able to score. But this is the Blackford fans are still here, still leaving the stadium. They're going to be slow getting out of here. The Bruins down on the field. Such a good feeling to see them down there after a win. Again, numbers were up in the program this year. A lot of guys got in the weight room, worked hard last summer, competed when they hosted their first weightlifting competition.
We're so glad so many of you could join us tonight. This is by far our highest viewed football game that we've done in the last 2 years, so glad you can make it. We'd prefer to have you out here in person. It was a beautiful night, but we realize not everybody can join us here for various reasons. We will be back on the air tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the Blackford Cross Country Invitational, where Blackford will be hosting, I'm not sure how many schools, but the 34th nearly annual Blackford Cross Country Invitational. There have been some breaks there. But our next broadcast should be the Oak Hill game. We typically have not done away games. We did the Fremont one just because it was so far away and thought our fans would appreciate that. But so most likely our next and final broadcast for football this season will be the Oak Hill game on October 4th. So appreciate you joining us tonight. On behalf of myself, Scott, Jared, and Keith, wish you a pleasant evening.